Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609. This video will be posted tomorrow, which is Friday. And right now it's Thursday, but Friday it'll be posted, and it's hot outside. Anyway, Friday will be the 23rd, right? Well, anyway, I just got some of you probably know that I'm trying to work a deal on a Roadtrek Simplicity SRT. Some of you probably do know that. But I want to give you a little heads up on something I learned today. Hardly a day goes by that I don't learn something. What I thought I'd do, I got to get, he gave me the numbers on the unit, and I thought, well, they look okay, and I thought, well, I'll just finance it. And can't. Why can't you, Rusty? I'll tell you why. I've got a credit score of around 800, a little more maybe. Not. It's great. I mean, it's what you call excellent. I have good credit. So that works good. However, this is a little rule I didn't know. This is a policy of lenders across the whole United States, according to the group I'm dealing with, which is very large. They tell me that you cannot finance. I mean, you can own, but you cannot finance two RVs at the same time. In the U.S. You can't. That's what he told me. I've got a travel trailer I owe around $8,000 on, I guess. And I always thought, well, hell, I'll just give that to my son. That was my plan. And let him either sell it or keep it. And you can't. You can't. Because the only way I could get it out from under my name, I have to sell it to my son and then pay sales tax. Or somebody would have to pay the sales tax on that price, and then, of course, they do an appraisal in the state now. You can't just say, okay, I sold it to him for $100. That's out, you know. And even if you gift it, they're still going to assess a value, so you're going to end up paying, I don't know, in Texas probably $500 or $600 in sales tax to get it transferred to your kinfolk's name. So I didn't know that. So that's kind of a deal killer. And deal killer too, it's not the right color, silver, but the price they got to was very, very good. I would have probably forgotten what color I was getting at that price. But yeah, you know, you can get 20-year financing with my credit score. You can do a lot of great stuff. He did add though that, you know, some of these lenders, you know, to get the good interest rate, you know, you're gonna have to put down 10 or 20%. Well, 10% of, well, with sales tax and everything, it's right at $70,000, and so you're looking at $7,000. If you put 10% down, you put down 20, it's 14. Do I have either one of those? No. No, I'm cashed out, so to speak. So, and then my Jayco, I could probably retail it for about $10,500, maybe $10,000, and they offered me $5,500 on a trade-in. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. So $5,500. But anyway, no, I knew it would be low. They lowball you on trades, man. Lowball. So the dream of getting a Roadtrek, I knew it was slim. I just didn't realize how slim. And it's very slim. You can't finance two RVs at the same time. I'd never heard of that. That never occurred to me in my wildest dream. Never. But having said that, for those of you that have an RV that think you're going to park your travel trailer and go buy you a motorhome and still owe money on it, there's a good chance you won't be able to get finance. And now he did mention this. Now, if you owe like $2,000 on the thing, well, you know, they'll probably go ahead and do it. But it's kind of a policy with these major lenders, and that's the only ones these people use. And the interest rate's good. You know, it's right around 4%, which is good. But so it looks like the deal has hit a log jam. Okay, and the log jam is I'll tell you what caused the log jam. The log jam was caused by lack of CASH, and I KNEW'd it. I knew it. And that's why all along I've said that this is kind of a pipe dream. not a pipe dream, but let me say this. If you think that this little bump in the road is going to stop me, you're dreaming. No, 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 no. If that's what I want to do, you watch me. I'll figure it out. I haven't figured it out yet because I ain't thought about it yet. It's beer 30, and I'm thinking about it. By the time beer 30 is over, I'll have it figured out. Now, it may not work worth a damn, but I'll have something figured out. Isn't that poo-poo? You know, here I was, because they did a lot of things. You know, they said they'd put the screens front and rear. They'd add the Sirius Bluetooth, radio, and da-da-da-da-da. They'd do everything I wanted, and price looks good. I'm not really that fond of silver, but I got to tell you this, and you've heard this all your life. Things usually work out for the best, and they usually do. They usually do. You just have to be patient. So what it may end up being is I'll have to wait till next year. Why? Because what I'll have to do is somehow pay this RV off and or sell it outright or something. I don't really want to. I don't really. That's the hell of it. You say sell it outright. Do I really want to fool with that? No, I don't. Because there's too many ways you can get screwed, okay? I mean, there's just too many scam artists that are a little better at cheating people than I am. I don't cheat anybody. But, so, yeah, it's just delayed. Well, it's not lost. The deal is delayed. And that might work out for the best. Why? Because the 2018s are out, and surely they have made at least one white one. One. They had to make one. And that way I will find it. I'll get the same numbers or close. And by this time next year, I'll have it. I got to be patient. I got to learn patience. I got to learn patience. Don't you love this? Guy made that from Del Rio. His name's Hervey. Let me give him a plug again. No, he made these for me, these signs, and his name is Hervey, Hervey. He lives in Del Rio. His phone number is 830-719-3530. And I have to tell you this, folks, these things are quality. This took a long time for him to do that. This is urethane on there to seat it. You could even put it in your yard. This is all great stuff. He does that freehand. That's what he calls freehand routing with a router. And, look at that. I mean, no, they're really good. And this is solid wood, not plastic, solid wood, and painted perfectly. I mean, and this is not smooth in here. It's roughed out. I mean, he really did. Those are really good. Okay, I will tell you that. So if you need a sign for your business or whatever, or something you want to put in your yard, because those will last out in the sunlight for 20 years probably. But again, his name is Hervey, Hervey, and he lives in Del Rio, and he does this as a hobby business. But his phone number again is 830-719-3530. So if you need a sign, do that. I need one now to put in my yard that says will work for. No, I'm not going to work. Forget that. I'm not going to work. so much for that plan. Anyway, guys, the Roadtrek thing has hit a bump. You see it? I saw it. But I felt like something was coming, because because see, I make these plans in my mind like, boy, I can do that, I can do that. And then I hit a little bump. But you know what happens, though, after I hit the bump? I figure out a way to get around it. I don't want to hit it again. And so I'll do it. It'll all work out. But anyway, he called me. But at least he was honest. I mean, he did get up straight with me and say, look, guy, I told him I owned this and I was going to give it to my son. He said, ain't gonna work. It ain't going to work because you can't finance two RVs at the same time. How about that? So anyway, for you people that are looking for RVs, if you have a motorhome and you're not trading it in, you think you're going to hang on to it and have two of them, good luck with that. I'm not saying you can't, but based on what I'm told here, the lenders aren't going to do it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, maybe your local bank. But what I was trying to get was 20-year financing to keep the payment really low. and you know, trying to get a good interest rate, you know, less than 4.5 in that range. And but anyway, so it didn't work out. But that's what the purpose of this video is, just to tell you that, you know, if you have an RV and you think you're going to keep it and go buy you another one, it probably isn't going to work. So anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye bye, buy USA made when you can, or maybe Canadian if you can get it financed. And what else? Drink plenty of water, 3 or 4 quarts a day. Won't hurt you. You may TT like a racehorse or 2 or 3 pecker possum, but you feel a hell of a lot better. You can also lose weight drinking water. Did you know that? And take deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth, several times a day. Why? Because it relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure, and lowering your blood pressure, your heart doesn't have to work so hard. You feel a hell of a lot better. Stretch, walk, keep your health. Don't eat out too much. Try to eat healthy. And maybe you'll live long enough to see me get a Roadtrek or something else. Anyway, adios, guys. Bye-bye.